race day in the region, Red Stripe Super Stakes Day, which features a clash between the top 3-year-old from last year, Menudo, up against the top 3-year-old from this year. I'm Satisfied. That's going to be a fantastic race to look at. Now, Super Stakes Day is like the Breeders' Cup of the Caribbean. It boasts so many fantastic races like the Sprint Championship, the Breeders for 2-year-olds, the Distaff for the fillies and mares, and of course many other exciting races, and a Jockeys Championship featuring the best riders in the Caribbean up against those from the United States as well. So you're in luck. We've got half an hour top-class racing from Jamaica, as well as highlights of Caribbean Day, one of the big races run at, of course, the Garrison Savannah in Barbados. Top-class racing on the Thoroughbred Will Show. Just horse race. The Red Stripe Super Stakes run over 2,000 meters and worth $3 million Jamaican dollars. This event was telecast live to the Caribbean, North America, and the UK. Hot favourite was last year's winner Menudo, with champion jockey Andrew Ramjeet in the saddle. Here's Brian Rickman with a call of the Super Stakes.
Down against the rail, Bring the Money coming, the blue with the white cap just on the outside, and Zidane had to have been checked and has dropped right back through the field as they turn into the first turn. Bring the Money come now takes over from Proceed Accordingly, reserved in second. Palmetto Express is racing in third, with the Medical Caramba held together nicely in fourth. OK Down the Grey cruising down on the outside. Zidane back against the rail, recovered from a nasty stop as they go passing the 7. Racing down on the rail, that's Castagna. Vista races out wide. A length back to Menudo, racing some 7 or 8 lengths off that lead with Body and Soul. I'm Satisfied races toward the back of the pack as they go passing the 6. Cool Water is there too, now on the improve, along with Restless Warrior, and Samahanda's Babber is last. The Super Stake field head away down the far side. Bring the Money come in control by 1 length over Proceed Accordingly. Palmetto Express on the outside. Right there to Menudo. These 4 have pulled away a bit. Some 3.5 lengths back to Medical Caramba. I'm Satisfied now begins to wind up for a kick. Right there down against the rail. Cool Water in the red cap asked to close. Zidane is backing out of it. Then Castagna. Restless Warrior now edging closer. Still 7 or 8 lengths off the lead. OK Down the Grey is next with Samahanda's Babber. Then Vistra and Body and Soul last to close. Bring the Money come, fight time. Approaching the 5/16th marker. Proceed Accordingly toward the outside. Menudo is right there too. I'm Satisfied trying to take the route toward the outside, but the Super Stakes field get into the lane. Bring the Money come, the rider wheeling away. Menudo bouncing in the center. Proceed Accordingly just to their outside and wide as the ball. It's I'm Satisfied down the stretch. And Menudo with Ramjeet changing his whole left, taking charge and begins to open up daylight in the Super Stakes. A 16th to run. It's Menudo traveling powerfully on the end to Ramjeet. They enjoy a 5-length lead and stretch it to the line. Menudo takes the Super Stakes over
An authoritative performance by Menudo. A chestnut colt by the Medic out of the Peacemaker mare, Making Peace, owned and trained by Richard Azan. This is a
He has performed very well, and he has won very easily today.
Well, he won it last year. This year he was even more impressive.
Yes, he was. He really trained on very well. He's really a nice horse.
This is actually your 3rd win, because you had Dorval a couple of years ago.
95. Yes, I'm very happy.
How would you rate this one, Menudo's performance this year as opposed to last year?
Much better, but he has matured. He's a good 4-year-old now. So he was really improving still when he won last year. But he won very easily. Maybe if he was hard-pressed, the race would have been even better.
Andrew looked like he was very confident. He was just waiting to press the button anytime.
Yeah, it seems so.
He's one of the top horses, because this was just, every time you want, he's showing that he's a great horse, because he just he's just improving, you know. But he's one of the top 9 horses. Not the very best, but he's one of the top 9.
Well, all your fans were watching you in the States, so well done, Andrew Ramjeet, for a super ride, and congrats on another super year.
Thanks very much. I'm hoping to keep continuing going on like this.
Winning time for Menudo was 2:06 and 2. As the colt followed in the hoof prints of the great The Viceroy, a back-to-back winner in 1989 and 1990. Bred by Owen Palmer, Menudo has now won 11 of his 21 career starts. Championship, which attracted riders from Trinidad and Tobago, Panama, the United States, together with an overseas-based Jamaican team featuring Trevor Simpson and Wesley Henry, along with a PAF Jamaican champion team which brought together 2 riding legends in Charlie Hussey and Winston Griffiths, along with an overseas-based Caribbean team with Brian Harding and Simon Husbands, all campaigning for the attractive first prize of $8,000 US. The first Jockeys Championship race was won by Simon Husbands on account receivable, ahead of the Trinidadian rider Rajkumar on Sir Ramnath Gupta.
Turns away inside the final furlong with a 5-length lead. So Ramnath Gupta trying hard to close and beginning to gain mighty, but could be running out of ground on a count receivable, and a count receivable driven out to the line will score by 2 lengths over Sir Ramnath Gupta. The polo is there.
Team Trinidad and Tobago would grab the lead in the next event, where the Derby-winning jockey Ricky Jadu showed his class with a polished performance on Zircon, finishing ahead of Carlos Lopez from the USA team. Although Trevor Simpson would win the third championship event, Trinidad and Tobago's team of Ricky Jadu and Rajkumar caught the gold medal at the $8,000 first prize ahead of the overseas-based Jamaican team of Simpson and Henry, while the Canadian-based squad of Brian Harding and Simon Husbands ended up in third. It was a good day for former champion jockey of TNT, Rajkumar. He rode the filly Black American to victory in Withra Distaff.
Princess Hakeem not running at all. They've left the 7-16. And toward the outside, Lady Perkiza now kicks and goes for home as they leave that 3/8 from Black American. Toward the outside of those, She's So Lovely asked to close up. Princess Sarah caught now by the improving Seduction on the outside. Coming into the lane, Lady Perkiza first into it at the quarter pole. Black American down on the rail. She's So Lovely and Princess Sarah along with Seduction racing more in the middle, and Rani Maharani out wide. It's Lady Perkiza with 3/16 remaining. Here's Black American now launching a strong charge on the outside. Lady Perkiza being driven to hand top to a narrow advantage of furlong remaining. Black American always a threat. Now launching a strong attack, a 16th to run, and Black American hits the front from Lady Perkiza. It's Black American inching off from Lady Perkiza. Speed Freak coming late. Black American wins the distaff.
Up next, the red striped 2-year-old Breeders' Stakes over 1,400 meters with Charlie Hussey's mount Millimeter sent off as the raging 1-5 favourite.
Here's Regina cruising through on the rail, and Regina picks it up. King Al staying close just in behind, caught and passed by Victory Spur now, who moves up to Jewel for that lead with Regina. King Al is racing 2 lengths back toward the outside, Awesome Power. Millimeter is urged on to stay close, just 4 lengths off that lead. Peace and Love down against the rail in the yellow and blue. Alexis Pegasus in the middle, Patis de Fuega now on the hunt and beginning to gain on the outside. Forget Big Jazara at the moment. A half a mile remaining, the 2-year-old swinging to the bend with Regina and Victory Spur now going at it. Victory Spur by the flare of a nostril over Regina as some tempo is injected into the race as they head away now toward the 3. King Al looks awesome on the outside and begins to gain all the time on Victory Spur. It's Victory Spur being joined by King Al at the 5/16 marker. Just in behind those, Alexis Pegasus trying to gain with Awesome Power on the outside, but King Al has taken charge at the top of the lane, leaves the corner fall. Victory Spur left down against the rail. Awesome Power toward the outside of Alexis Pegasus. Millimeter is trying to find a path between horses, but running into traffic problems down the stretch with a furlong to run. King Al being driven out in the wise nose bag. Alexis Pegasus asks for more go. Down against the rail, that's Peace and Love. Millimeter found a bit wanting. It's King Al being driven to the max by Shane Ellis. King Al hanging tough toward the line, and King Al scores under a fine ride. Peace and Love looks to be second.
A win for King Al, but that was rather short-lived as the stewards disqualified the Shane Ellis partnered horse for interference 200 metres out. King Al was then disqualified and placed 4th. 35-1 shot, Peace and Love was then awarded the big race win for owner Mrs. Veronica Charlton and trainer Percy Hussey. Winning jockey was Simon Husbands. Next up on the programme, the Red Stripe Mile for imported 3-year-olds that are competing over 1,600 metres. All eyes were on Deputy's Report, last year's winner, dispatched by the fans at Cabanas as the Eden's favourite.
It's Barbara Lorraine, about 9 lengths covers the field as they go dashing down the far side and into the half mile, with Lauren Bay showing narrowly just 3/4 of a length ahead of Deputy's Report. Now asked to quicken up at the half mile and swinging into that turn. Deputy's Report captures a slim lead. Lauren Bay racing there in second. Gaily Decorated is a further 3 lengths down, Solid Impact moving right alongside him. Captain Rumor is left back in fifth, some 6.5 off the lead. Ratified is hustled hard and asked to close, having a lot to do along with Alex DeMaster, Barbara Wren, and Cielo Mystique at the back. Deputy's Report in charge. At the top of the lane, leaving the quarter pole behind his Deputy's Report. Lauren May in the center, overtaken now by Gaily Decorated, asked to lead forward. Deputies report just off the rail. Gaily decorated, going right down against it, and now Oster come with a surging run, a furlong to go. Deputies report and gaily decorated will have a jewel at the stretch. Deputies report driven to hold the lead. Gaily decorated now begins to gain down against the fence. Gaily decorated joins Deputies report, and gaily decorated comes away in the end to score over Deputies report. Solid impact back in third.
Gaily Decorated is a 5-year-old mare by Well Decorated out of a Lord Gaylord mare owned by the Haymark Farms and trained by Errol War.
What a fantastic race. What a performance. Tired, the horse is tired. I'm very tired, right?
Excellent, Errol. I know, Errol. Tell us a bit about that performance.
Well, it's a very good performance. And I expect my horse to repeat that performance she gave me last week today. And she did it.
It looked like Andrew had all the guns, you know, with Deputy's report, but that mare dug in. She really pulled.
Better horse,
Yeah.
better horse, better horse. Excellent, excellent run.
Excellent.
What can I tell you?
What about the ride, too?
Brilliant ride. Right to instruction and everything. Break, sit, last 2 furlong. Get them. She'll give you everything you have.
I think that deserves some credit as well.
All the credit, and I'm so happy to beat the big trainers. Believe you me, right?
Everything.
It gives me greatest pleasure, the greatest pleasure beat them.
Well done, gentlemen. Well done. Tell me a bit about the race on Gaily Decorated. Did you think you'd be able to catch Andrew?
Yes, I have that in mind. Yeah, I did have it in mind because the pace is not really going anywhere, and you know my aunt, she have a lot of speed. I'll just relax her, just make sure hold it as long as possible, and get her up the top of the lane. She was a nice.
You've been having a very good season.
Yeah, you're right about that.
And finally, in our review of Super Stakes Day is the Caribbean Sprint Championship over 1,200 meters, with last year's winner, Spectacular Run, bidding to repeat.
Special overtaken by Spectacular Run, who goes on now to blaze the early trail. So Spectacular Run leads up by more than a length. Top Berry on chases from second. Toward the outside, the Scotland City is racing in third, about 4 lengths off that lead. Here comes Neptenga, hustled up and asked to close. Rucker sandwiched in between horses. Moving tail with big strides, now beginning to make some ground on the extreme outside, needing to find some 6 or 7 lengths. Mentor races next, overtaken by Little Ochi, now driven along on the outside of horses. Elegant Star and Delay of Game Cup next, and Rhythm of My Heart is held at the back. Approaching the 5/16th in the sprint, and Spectacular Run loops along. Will bring them into the lane. The quarter pole now left behind, and Spectacular Run, the defending champion, holds on to the advantage over Top Berry. Ruckus in the green, races in the center. Oil Taylor in the white, nosebound on the outside. Spectacular Run continues to dig in down on the rail. The rider wailing away inside the final furlong of the event. Ruckus races in the center. Toward the outside, Oil Taylor. Neptenga left with too much to do. Spectacular Run hanging on to the lead. Ruckus now begins to gain on the outside. It's Spectacular Run on the far house, driving. Spectacular Run looks good last in over Ruckus. In behind those Rhythm of My Heart and Owen Taylor dashing past together.
A win for Ruckus, a 25-to-1 shot, winning the Caribbean Sprint Championship, getting up in the nick of time to win for Panamanian jockey Roger Moore. Both horses were trained by Wayne DaCosta. The victory in the end would go to Warzone's full brother, owned by Troy Alexander, Bruce Chidney, and trainer Wayne DaCosta.
Well, earlier this year he had a throat problem. We did a mind operation him. That's why he had to run for majority of the year. We brought him back, he ran overnight. He ran well, he got interfered early. And we figured he would improve all the race, and so he has done.
Another game performance and Spectacular Run. Tell us quickly your thoughts about that.
Well, he's all hard. He's had his leg problems all through the year.